stream with this? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna make a grid to game. My epic game. Epic game. Okay. I don't know. Let's not do. We need to concentrate. I don't know why I start streaming this so late. I'm just thinking like, okay, I can do some stuff, you know. We can work further on this project. We have some choice. Game. It actually draws now, so get hexagon correctly. This fails, that's fine. So yeah, we actually this stuff drawing. Okay, great. Actually, okay. So I want to do more things. I want to add a label. I want to grid, and I want to detect a click. We want to maybe add a label. Let's do maybe label. This is just for debugging, I think. Why is it doing this? Maybe string. Why is it the wrong color? My Emacs fucked. Oh, it's weird. It's just regex based Emacs, right? Like Lumi said. Right, that's how we calculate the rib length. Because it's annoying. It's 2/3? Are you sure about that? I don't think that's right. It's half. Is it half? 2/3? Half. It's a bit confused. It's half. Okay, well let's look at the blog post again. If it's half or 2/3. It's half. This is for the rendering. So our senpai has written about hexagons, and what we're doing now is figuring out how to render correctly. So size of a rib, either half. I think it's half. This is a half and this is a half, right? But if you rotate it, it's the same. So this is also half. I assume these sides are as long as this side, so it's like evenly shaped. These are all halves. Looks like. No, actually these are longer. Because this is 0 half. So the straight line is half, and then the diagonal must be longer. This is shorter, this is longer. So this actually may be 2. Okay, I don't know. I'll also open up Chesrino without it. No. Oh no. Okay, we got it, boys. Still wonder why people are following. It's maybe because of all the branding I made. I should upload videos again as well. Now we have the editor. I guess I can put it to work now. No, let's keep focused. What I want to do now is detect if we are inside the hexagon a bit more. Let's skip rendering. I'm just going to declare this is correct without even knowing if it's like there's no good way of quick checking this for geometry, and if it looks good, it's good. So, yeah. Well, the formulas may be off. We do this incorrect. So there's that. Well, that's why we're doing it now, right? So this detect click is the more difficult thing to do. Like making a grid, I'm fairly confident I can do that. But just detecting if we're inside the hex, that's difficult. Yeah, so one of the most common questions is how do I take a pixel location, such as a mouse click, and convert it to hex grid. Show you how to do this for cubic coordinates. Axle or offset coordinates, the simplest thing to do is compute. Okay, maybe we should make a grid first, as currently works entirely on the grid. What is a basis? Look at x, y. Plus a matrix multiply. X is a matrix. Size times square root of what the fuck? Times q. Oh, okay. Well, like these also say 2/3, except the other way around. Square root, which are the lines like Pythagoras. No, this is the other way around. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So this is to convert from hex coordinates to pixel coordinates. You multiply q and r by the basis vector to get x, y, and now you invert that formula. Okay. Okay, to get QR. X coordinate to do this shit. What is size? I guess that's this thing. That we need it. Oh, we haven't even done the label yet. Maybe we do that first, because that's easy and useful for the grid rendering as well, because we know which one is which. We do this for the one. So reflex SDL. Okay. So we're looking for the function that can render a font. Yes. I'm not sure if we can draw a font or maybe draw a rect split. That's not it. It's like some constructor. Maybe there's like a font. We need to be able to place the contents of the clipboard text. Oh, this is for copy pasting stuff. Texture blend mode. Texture. I vaguely remember in some other GL framework setting that you first had to make a texture from your characters, your string. So you convert the string to texture, and then you basically use the texture to render. Basically make an image. You split that image on. Because there's nothing with font. Oh, draw text. How to render text in open font, TTF, render. I'm kind of afraid there's no support for color, surface, text. You have to look at the actual I am binding GL. You don't have Alex. This is something you have to. Alex aren't always now how to render. I guess it's in the video stuff. And maybe they have like a font subsystem. It's surprisingly difficult to get text config. Set clipboard test. Cute. Do I need to show simple message title message? Okay. Raw show simple message. What the fuck? Show simple message. Okay, that's like some C function. Yes. Can we even draw things on screen? Maybe they have examples. Yes. Okay. User event, right, gender, background. Shouldn't you at least tell me about what the letters are about, rather than making me search? Yeah. Oh, this works. Wait, I'm curious. Oh. Oh, kind of weird. He already merged. Oh well, never mind that. Let's focus on our STL trouble. This is what we're doing. Hello. Hello.bmp. We can make a bitmap. Yes. It would be so painful. Render. What am I getting out of it? If it's just a bitmap, we can blitz it with that. We don't need explaining everything. Okay. Maybe we'll skip label. No, we actually need label, I think, for debugging. We need to be able to do texture binding. Just text. What? He's just doing stuff. Graphics, rendering, OpenGL. Oh, this is the full code? After the code looks like this. What are the types? I probably cannot use this with STL. Let's go render. Oh, there we go. There is a package. There is a separate package for fonts. It's not for. Okay, given a path to a font file. Loads one of the font faces. So, did I do this before? So we first need to have a font. I think we use something like that. No, we don't have fonts. Let's get a font. That's actually a good question. I want to make sure the font is committed to the repository, so we don't like we can make sure that it's available to users. Probably even want to load it with template Haskell. Think of it. So we probably don't want to use file path. They're saying here. We just want to insert a byte string. File path. Oh, there we go. We can do a byte string. So there's this extension called embed file, or if extension is file embed. So the only thing this does is it just reads the entire file and gives you a byte string. So we can now like combine the font file into the binary. And the advantage of that is that, you know, if the font file doesn't exist, we get a compile error and we don't have to load the assets. While this is actually like a pretty good idea, I think. The binary will get huge. We'll just pack everything in a single binary, but we'll save a bunch of loading time. So we'll add this file. So let's make another module for fonts. And the only thing it will do is deal with fonts. Deal with fonts. Okay, clear all that shit. Okay, my editor bugged. I want to reboot it. Clear everything. We want to open up game 13 Babel. So file embed. This will allow us to load the entire font file into the binary, into like it will become part of the executable. So we'll embed file, we'll get a file path, and that will be the byte string, right? And the byte string then is used here, decode. So embed files give us the byte string, and throw it into the code, and we get a font. And then the font is used to blend, I guess, and it's text at high quality. Oh, and we can quick and dirty method. There we go. We can use the quick and dirty method to get a label. Even this should all work with Reflex as well, but I've never tried, so we'll see. So first we do embed file. What file? I don't know. So this is the font file. Byte string. I don't know why I don't have any colors. Yeah, I have sometimes colors. It's not a big deal. We can deal with it. It's really upset. Maybe I'll kill my editor. Editor. There you go. So game 13. Game 12. We're working on game 12. Game 13. It's the same thing. There we go. We have colors. Okay. Embed file. File path. Just like right. That's Dante being so here we'll do assets, and we'll do like some font. Now let's find a font. Let's do Roboto. Looks pretty good. Okay, download family. Show it. What is this thing? Oh, whatever. Correct. Don't do that. Roboto black regular, I guess. We just need a single one of these files. We're not a browser. We can do whatever. So where do I need to take you? This file browser sucks so. So the color scheme is kind of fucked by Qt5 has a bug, and I upgraded to the latest version. Apparently, that means you get bugs. Never upgrade to the latest version. Oh, I put it in. Let's call it as dump everything in here. Oh, I didn't copy it apparently. How annoying. Get it again. 20,000 Crowticles is very expensive. It is intention. I don't think, like, you know, Crowticle wouldn't be too happy if everyone started adopting his cat. So we made the price expensive so that people only that really want to have the cat adopt the cat, you know. Roboto regular. Welcome back, Counter. How are you doing, man? I'm making like a game, and I become confident. I'm becoming more confident because I figured out how Nick's bundle works. So I can put my my little thing in a bundle, and then I can distribute it. I can distribute Nick's in like a massive binary. What are you inventing? Not really inventing. About to play some basketball. Oh, that's fantastic. Playing basketball, man. They used to play that a lot in China. Popular. Okay. Yeah. So actually, we made a pentagon. We are dealing with pentagons right now. That's the goal. So. Actually, let's rename it font file. Well, maybe let's rename it to Roboto. So we at least remember Roboto. We'll get a compile error if it doesn't load. We need to import the module, ttf, and then we want to load the font. Decode divides font size. This is probably int. Is a type alias for int? Okay, I would assume like at least a new type. You know, int also works. It's like one of the better things of this decode, right? I guess it just throws an error if it fails. It's still a monad.io containing the font. It sounds like you are starting with. No, they got these, like, they got massive players there. It's insane. And I'm also like not that tall, but default font. There we go. I just do Roboto file. So if we can't find the file, we got a compile error, and I guess we also need to import bytes. If we can't find the file, we get a compile error, and default font is obviously like Jill, which runs in monad.io. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go shoot hoops. See you later, man. Good luck with your basketball. We almost able. So if you have a label you want to render you, and is rendering done with text or is it done with text? So we also want to use text. We want to put it in a font and we want to put it in a color. And color is just an alias for vector sign. We want to use a quick and dirty method. Render slower than solid, but in about the same time as blended. Results in a surface staining anti-aliased is the fastest rendering method, but results in text that isn't as smooth. I think we can live with. Render slower than solid, but in about the same time as blended. The slow, but ultra nice over another image method. Text high quality. The text is anti-aliased and surrounded by transparent box. Renders slower than solid, but in about the same time as shaded. The resulting surface will blitz slower than the ones from. You're talking about blitz speed. This is a memory level operation. So it's like an XOR or whatever. You probably need to do 2 blitz or something with this one instead of 1. That's so much slower. Even though those operations are incredibly fast. Anyway, we'll use solid. This is not good. We can get a nicer one, but I think it's fine for labels, which are mostly used for debugging. So I'll take my chances. We'll use solid. Prefers maybe hexagon label. So from setting, we'll get the hexagon label out. That's just right. And we traverse that solid. We'll use font. But this is actually like, the more I think about it, like the nicer this is. So the font is here. Font, color, kind of annoying. We need to give both a font and a color. Do any color, whatever. There we go. Let's try this game again. Oh, you're gonna get so many compile errors. How did you even find that? Even downloaded it. Did I even add it to Cabo? I don't remember doing that, but I may have done that. Definitely. It just figured it out for me somehow that it wants to have SDLTTF on. I don't know how it does. I feel this Cabo thing is a bit weird. Just like decides to do. Nick should get those dependencies. I don't know about monad.io. I don't know. Image byte flip it or something. Byte string. He flipped it. I guess 12 is a legal byte string. Image type class color. We saw it here, right? We saw it being used. Decode. Oh, it's the alias here. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter even if it's an alias, right? We already call it some color. It doesn't do anything. Stubborn Martian hacker. Skybro, are you here? Aren't even here, are you? We are. How does he even miss? Okay. Welcome back, Skybro. How are you doing, my man? How I don't understand your hash. That's like really strange. I was taking a nap, as I do. Oh, that's actually a good idea. I'm exhausted, but if I get exhausted, I'll just start programming. Become more exhausted. God, it feels so good. I got hash. Congratulations. I don't like. What is your version then? Don't you got any version? Whoa. When did you update? Is it from like the last couple of days? Because I got like the latest version. Variable on the scope default font. It's because we need to import font. We figured out how to do fonts, by the way. How could you not know about first? Data foldable. Control foldable. Data foldable. Who knows? What's the difference even between data and controlling? Solid, obviously from STL font. We should re-export that from font. Less annoying. You talk about fonts, you want to have STL font. Well, oh my god, you are not a text. I'll upgrade for science for you. You'll get the same error though. Like I prefer if you just tell me which from which your version is, so I can downgrade. I think I can move the pin of my Emacs packages as well. You know, I could not be lazy, not ask you and figure it out myself, but easier to ask you. I'm sorry, I'm lazy. Not so much laziness, it's that I don't really have time to do too much. Already upgrading. Well, there you go. Well, you immortalized your hash, so we can perhaps look up your hash. Maybe it was a revision, actually. Library not initialized. My god. Library not initialized. It hates me. This is so annoying. My god. Library not initialized. That's such a shitty feature. You need to initialize your library before using. You don't see how annoying that is? Stupid C, I hate you. You know, if we were proper programmers, we would put these in bracket. We'll just do like bracket. Oh god, so to do like bracket, and then the result is like unit. But the thing we initialize is, we'll do it like this. Do like a bracket. And then the cleanup is const. But it's also quit. I wonder if it needs to do it in the right order as well. It probably doesn't matter at all for quitting. Crashes on quitting. And then, you know. I'm trying to wrap my head how to get quick list packages to work in Nix. Quick list. On my machine I can hack on a stump WM, no problem. At home on Nix I can't get it to know how about CI quick list package. Just Nix. Wait, is your on my work machine? Oh, your work machine is not a Nixos machine. Sometimes Nix is so helpful. Well, you know, it's autistic. You have to exactly tell. There are no defaults. You have to tell it what to do. We're not gonna do the bracket, by the way. I decided that I don't care enough about the initialization. But the other thing is this bracket is kind of a lie, and you don't really get it. It's just better to make it shitty. Start it. The only thing the bracket will do is quit on exception. Oh right, don't we get like warnings about missing fields or something? What's wrong with this? Oh, I'm overriding GHC options perhaps. Oh, we're getting actually tons of warnings. Come to think of it, we should fix those. I thought I already did. Okay. For moment is redundant. For moment reader is redundant. Redundant constraints. Blah 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 blah. That's reflex. You don't need to have course you don't. Oh, you actually need it to reflex. You don't need to have hexagon missing fields. Guess by default will do nothing. You know, how do we render that font then? Like, what position will it use? Decode, solid text. Oh, we'll get a surface. And then we need to use that surface somewhere. Okay. In Fedora, I just allowed the official docs of StumpDM in Emacs. On Nix, I'm fucked. Yeah, you need to do it yourself on Nix. Because officially, Nix doesn't exist and nobody supports it. And the idea of Nix as an operating system is essentially... It just freaks people out, you know, because it's so abnormal. It's... It's just not how operating systems work. And just, yeah, you have to reinvent everything yourself. So... But I'll figure it out. You need to get good. Exactly, that's the attitude. You need to learn to enjoy the pain, basically. You know, deep in your heart that Nix is the right way to do it, or GUIX, I guess. But you know, GUIX and Nix basically the same thing, but different syntax. Who cares about syntax anyway? Yes, I believe there is a difference between syntax and semantics. Size imported from font. Okay, actually problematic. Hiding size. this shouldn't crash. We're still not rendering because we're not using that service. I've learned some Nix syntax. Last week I realized that A, B, A plus B. Yes, yes. It's not that hard, right? Is it? Actually, those... This is also a function argument. It's just put in an object. So this is big function actually with a single argument, and we allow more names to be passed than compiler and packages. But we have to have packages compiler. But you can put more in it. Object. It's kind of row polymorphism. But there's only one argument to this function. Yeah. You can add another one if you want. Not using it. Can. It will break the default build though. We can't build it anymore like this. In other words. Okay. That's my Nix for today. It's not that hard, I think. It's just weird. Nix cool. I just think it's too boring to talk about Nix much. Because you know, you set up your Nix shit and then you copy paste it over and over again. It's not like you write programs. It was more a joke, you know, that the chatbot. Because everyone writes chatbot. Nobody does think crazy about it. We're not even doing this code, to be honest. We got the surface. Actually, I guess we can do better for them. Blah, we'll get some text. Nah, the syntax isn't that hard really. I'm starting to realize that I can't just install a package and have another package know about it. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. You need to make everything explicit. It's no magic. Oh my god. Why is it microphone is sometimes goes in the red? Bad. But yeah, you need to be explicit about those things. I have to invent for SPCL to know about the quick list packages I need. Just put it on the build path, right? You can override it and put it on the build path. Or build inputs, I mean, I guess. Oh, there is the thing. We did it. I'll give you the link. It's in Catacrap actually. We can put it on their path. It's easy, man. I'm thinking really hard here. Runtime path, that's it. So we wrap the program and we tell it to use this path instead. And this patch consists of, we need to add YouTube DL and FFmpeg to it. So this is how we can add FFmpeg and YouTube DL as a runtime dependency to Catacrap. So if we want to install Catacrap, we also have to have FFmpeg. And I think that's the same problem you have. Oh, I fucked up. So you probably can modify this to work for you. But the trick is, I guess, make bin path and wrap program. And then you also need to find your own way of overriding the derivation and get like to the post install. But that depends on your program. If it's just a standard derivation, you need to look at the source of standard derivation and see how to override that. Load a common Lisp REPL. Oh, did you send it to it? I don't know. Probably not. So we got the surface. Now that's just any other surface. Probably can click on the surface, figure out how to do it. This is how I remember it. Writes the image in our minds, then we display it some. Surface blit. Copy surface to add it to the existing thing, please. Draw surface. Quick Lisp is a package manager. You want to add a package manager to Nix? Well, the other thing you can do is just, you know, you don't have to use Nix for everything, right? You can opt out for certain things if you don't. But as texture, I was thinking like, okay, this is text. No, this is texture. I don't know how to draw a surface. Doesn't this thing have example rendering? Or you can get the size of thing. Use this function to discover how wide and tall a surface needs to be in order to accommodate a given text when it's rendered. I think we need a blit. They're not going to provide me a nice function. Get kerning. Do you have some examples for me? I'm dumb. I don't want to write this. You do have example. Oh my god, thank you. Screen surface. You only have the Reflex STL to provide. Do you have like the mono text? Let's copy over this then. What? Why would you free anything? When did you free it? I don't think so. We loaded the entire font into memory forever. There's no point. Freeze a loaded font. We need to do memory management. I want to do memory management. What about surface? Give me a surface. You have free surface. If this was created, create data. So let's just try this, I guess. We'll ignore freeing for now. I need to get the screen as well somehow. We'll look at that later. I think this will just work. Get Windows surface. Screen, text. Nothing. I don't know what nothing. Blit? Nothing to copy. Position to blit to. What does nothing mean? We have the position, right? We have the just settings hexagon, which is the center. Hexagon position. There we go. I wonder what we'll get from Reflex from that monad. I doubt a lot. We probably need to extend it to also ever. Window event gives me a bunch of events. Get quit var. That's pretty cool. Reflex T monad. Do you even? monad sample, monad hold. You can know all these. Okay. We do have the window at some point in our boilerplate game. Default window. Also window, right? Update it. Update what? What did you do, my boy? Maggot works on my machine. What? Why? Are you saying I'm crazy? I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I want to read a renderer. We got a renderer, but we also need to have window. You know. I don't know if this works, by the way. I think it does. It just figures out the stack. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, just happily compile and see where it goes wrong. We'll just ask for the window. Just ask. Use shall receive. Oh, you need to be point. Annoying. That's really annoying. Fix that. Do not deduce monad reader window performable M. Oh, monad reader. What? Monad reader performable M. Oh, I guess we don't do that. We can like, I don't know, ask the window here. Or maybe, I don't know, should be fine. Don't match type renderer with window. Hexagon def hex. What are you even doing in gas? What's your problem, boy? Hexagon def hex. Why don't you just, you know, add another reader to yourself? And why are you a tuple? What's wrong with you? Become arrows. Beautiful like that. Good job, boy. Image type renderer window. What do you mean? Why is that an error there? Why can't you be a monad reader window and a monad reader renderer? Are you sure I need to step up the abstraction ladder one more time? Okay. Let's see. I guess there will be like guest settings or something. Let's not do it like this right now, and let's just resume the window. Like, one of the problems is that I don't know if this will work. So why would we make all these abstractions? I'm not sure it's gonna work. We can just pass it. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up big time. Maybe it does work. What? Over here, yeah. It's gonna be a right line door. Gas. This is actually working. I can't believe. Where's gas? Ah. We'll just put in two, you know, why would you be fancy? You just let types figure out everything. This is not sustainable. Oh my god. It's at the call site where it's gonna be problematic. It's at the call site where that, so like it wants to figure out both constraints at the same time, and I don't think there's a good way of convincing. We will eventually. Maybe if we allow ambiguous types. Sometimes allow ambiguous types will allow us to allow ambiguous. Oh, you need to help me here. Allow types. Always. Oh, doesn't work. Yeah, so the problem is that it wants to solve both constraints at the same time because it's the same thing, right? So if you run one reader, it's saying, oh, but you promised me this monad was also the other reader. And then if you flip it around, it says, oh, but oh, you wanted to have this reader, right? So it's like, yeah, we can't do both. So now, okay, we can do two things. We can even go one step further and do that. I don't think I want to do that. I want to just give it as an argument because I don't know if this trick we're doing actually is working. Okay, let's I don't know. Let's make a commit. No, that's not. I don't know. Maybe commit. Should fix it. Okay, let's just let's make it more real. So this doesn't work because we can't figure out the call site. We can figure out the call. So we need to make it explicit. We'll pass it in as an argument. The app is still small. We can deal with it. You know, quick hack. Oh, we made it bigger because we split it up. Still, so in gas, window, here, give to, and yeah. So this is what the monad reader does. It hides arguments from you. This can be really useful if your app becomes big, because it's just obnoxious passing this around. We're using it at the edge once, but at several edges, you know, this window will be used for any blitzing. So why do you want to pass it around everywhere? It doesn't help you with figuring out. It's actually useful to hide, just less clutter. The renderer is still hidden. So let's do this. We first pass in the window because that's now the function, and then we run the reader T. Oh, you are. Yeah, I'm aware of how to hack around it with type classes. We'll use lenses that. But you see, it doesn't even work. Like, the point was, I want to make sure the font rendering works. We can apply the abstraction now, but if we're not sure that works, we need to find another way. I'm not sure why it doesn't. We copied over the example, lit it on sequence layer. What is a layer? You can. This doesn't seem right to me because. Okay, this is our archetype. Right? We use this layer, dynamic layer, which we get from the writer thing from here. And how this works is we are using the renderer thing and stuff using commit layer. And a layer is a performable. So we're executing that event for any change. Every time we change, we are executing that event. And to what is present, clear R, fill up R, and we present R. R is the renderer. What does the renderer do with end? Does it blit? Can we blit on top, or do we on surface to screen? Oh, we didn't do that. Maybe we should do that as well. I don't know what percent does either. I assume these things work together. Then why? I don't see any family. Oh, you saw one? Yeah, they use it. Where they do it in STL Reflex. I remember being annoyed by that. It's called even vector. It's called vector and it doesn't do anything like a vector. It's just something weird. I hate you. Basis. Use the default basis vector space. Argument about point. STL render. This can be created with create render. It doesn't help at all. What is even a render? What's the difference between a texture and a surface? It's just data. Okay. Copy X. This looks a lot like. This looks like a lot like what I want, except it's a texture of a surface. A bit previous call. Create on the back buffer, compose your entire scene, and to compose back buffer scene, picture, skills, rendering API 1. It's a really good API. This is exactly how I learned it on school as well for games programming. You want to draw on one buffer, and then you finish drawing and you present the entire thing to the screen so you don't get any artifacts ever. No flickering. This is all STL, by the way, it's not Haskell. What the C guys did back in it. So I want to know how to get a texture. How do I get my surface into a texture? You can ask Google. Maybe it doesn't even know about STL or something. Seems a really strange result. And you see they're even next to each other. I bet they're related. That's no. I just want to be STL to go to the previous version. Okay, then we get docs. So surface. Create a 2D rendering context from a given surface. Quite what I want. It's getting there. Can create a render. Another one. We could draw stuff on our fonts as well. Hooray! I don't think it's right we bypass render. I think we should use that render thing, but we need to make a texture. This may all seem like mumble jump. There's science. I learned stuff about it. I'm obsessed about it. Texture. There you have it again. Source texture. How do you become a pixel format? Create texture. There we have it. Create texture from surface. I told you, it will be like that. It is like that, renderer to surface, or I guess like surface to M of whatever. We don't need the window everywhere. We could have over abstracted, like you say, Skybro. We could have passed the window around everywhere, but it turns out we don't need it. We don't need it, Skybro. We never needed it. We can simplify. Wait, before getting all over excited, crazy people. Let's try it. So text surface, we get the R to that, and this is the text texture. Beautiful name. And no to all of that. So we put in the renderer, put in the surface, and there was copy. Nothing for the whole texture, for the whole render target. Destination rectangle to copy. That's a bit annoying. Well, copy renderer texture. At least it will be obvious. Well, I guess we can make a. What's a rectangle? Rectangle point. Top left. Rectangle. I guess point. Or no. That's from setting. Position. Size. Point. The other one is size. I guess it would be better to make that a point as well. The position. Asking for it everywhere. Unit match type renderer with window. Oh right, affected renderer. I suspect it. You don't need to work. Error probably or something. Don't link error. Oh, still not work. Reflex. Even have, font. If you fuck you up, you give me a compile error. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Rendering is really hard. Rendering fonts, I mean. Probably just. Another idea I had was like, okay, what if the magical size is something that we're not used to? What if this needs to be synced? Maybe something weird. Maybe it needs to be. Okay. Oh, the other thing, we don't actually set a label. That's problem. There's nothing to render. That's handy, You probably should do. There we go, we got something. Hooray! Amazing. Professional software developer here. Yeah. I'm in it. Let's make a point out of you. I did do it everywhere. Fucking idiot. We'll just stick with whatever STLs do. Point. Cool. 60 is pretty good actually. Oh, it's my screen is massive. I forgot. Didn't do this. Whatever. Oh, because it's stretched out. Bigger. So I need to modify you because you're drawing from the center, and we need to draw you from not the center. Also, you need to be smaller. So you need to be divided by 4 maybe, and you need to be minus divided by. We can make this a point, and then we can do subtraction. Right, because you're integers, we can't do this. What? For you. Do not deduce integral v2. That's annoying. I thought I would just construct it magically, but apparently it doesn't. And you need to be points. I guess you can just do it like this and make the entire thing later. $sign. Review point. Integral. Do not deduce integral v2 as in what? Oh, we didn't do that. That's annoying. Really annoying. They are numbers, but they're not integral. Num. Oh, algebra. Blah. Oh, we can multiply. Multiply is enough. We can multiply by half. And of course. So you're gonna complain about this again because this number is fractional. No. Okay, that's like the end of my tricks. Yes. That's really annoying. I need to unwrap them or do them one by one or something. We can multiply by 2, but we can't multiply by 0.5 because how does the type class even work? Come to think of it, 0.5. Oh no, this is just a different type. Okay, by the way. Oh, we can just make a function top left to do this for me. Even do we get the? I mean, I guess so. Since we just want to subtract half, so we'll just get half of this for right. Half is, which is annoying enough apparently to do because we can't use any of the standard type class. So we want to first get the size. My god, my brain is fried, that's why I'm going so slow. There you go. First get the size. Now we can not quote. Apparently, why you don't do? Yeah, now I'm looking at this. We never do it for the entire thing either. We only do like basic addition and subtraction, entire factor. We don't quote the entire factor. So like the thing to do here is to get x, y out, and half size is another factor. Or multiply. I don't know. Y is okay. Then thing we settings position. Minus half size point. I was thinking before, like, okay, maybe we can, you know, make a quote go over, but we could also not. Right. Okay. This is just top left. That's the first of. How do I get? It's one of the biggest problems making that in line. And then the second problem is how do I fraction? We figured it out here. Let's just do it for any end. Quote v2. V2. Nice little end of morphism, I mean. God, my brain is fried. Don't eat it. Alright. Okay, and you want to get another C in the quoting. I guess you just want another C in on the other side, which you also destruct. Why don't you do it like that? We destruct the one, we destruct the second one, and then we quote both of them, and it will be glorious. X divided by x2, y divided by y2. And now, half size will be so much easier to write. Because we can do quote, which will just be 2, 2. There we go. I think it's better. But the really big thing is that we can reuse. Alright, fix it. There we go. The jam label inside. It jams it right. Oh boy. It does render it at the top left. Not quite what I want. Actually, come to think of it, what I want is not for it to be top left. I want it to be in the center. Be bigger. So bigger first. Twice as hexagon now at least. Would we know how big it is? Stretching. Not bad. I don't think I want top left. I think I want to have center and and then minus whatever this is. Because what we did now was half of, oh, actually, I don't understand this. Subtract half of there, rectangle point. I don't know, does something. I guess we need to see that in copy. The destination record to copy to, or nothing, the whole rendering target. The texture will be stretched to fill in the given rectangle. Nothing for the whole texture. So we made a texture somehow by another function, right? Create texture from surface. Text surface. We got the text surface first with STL font. Size. How about it given? That'll be useful. Perfect. Create texture surface and a texture is a fetch. Size. Font text. Height. Okay. So rather than, you know, mucking around that, we int link with the C. What? Oh, I'm hiding size. We can, I guess we can do this qualifying. It doesn't really C int. How do I make it into C? Oh, it's from integral. From integral. By map. So let's do it like this. Or no. You become like a functor, right? So you can do it over. There you go. Nice. Now please don't be in top left. What about incur? Incur that. Fmap that in. And fetch fmap integral, giving us the size. Okay. Then can minus the position. That's okay. Minus font size. But you are actually point. So now it should be like center. It's not minus. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it was already set all along. Or maybe this doesn't have anything to do with it at all. Just leave it there. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's never gonna be quite perky. The fact that it's a bit outside of it doesn't matter. The fact it's not per center. You want it to be a bit more to the left. Seems a bit dumb. So let's see. We have font. What if we just, you know, instead of everything, we know how to do both. Like a point out of view. Works. Good. But what if I only want to do X and not Y? It was already like pretty good. Oh my god, what if we went negative? What if we went more negative up? It is perfect. Hey, isn't that easy? Rendering fonts, isn't it? Yeah, it's indeed quite painful. Okay, so another question. What if we change the text? Instead of hexagon, we say, you know, a casual label like 1,4, which is probably something I want to put in anyway, as like the coordinates in the grid. This is just helping us debugging later on. Oh, it's perfect. It is perfect. So this helps us setting apart the hexagons, because we are gonna have the screen filled with hexagons soon enough. And if we don't know which hexagon is which, yeah, it's gonna be insane. So we have to do this first, and then we can move on to real things. Yeah. Okay. So stream is almost over. Like we are cleaning up now. We're first gonna make a commit because this is something we're proud of. Excellent. So commit all this shit. We can render a label hexagon now. And now we're gonna do a little bit of cleanup because we need to delete all the Windows shit. And actually, I think that Windows stuff may have also worked, but we just forgot to put in a text, and we were expecting something to happen while, you know, our traverse was making sure it didn't happen. So yeah, that can happen to the best of us. Just don't make mistakes and all your code will work. You know, easy as that. I don't know why not everyone doesn't do that. Yeah, it happened to us. And now we need to clean up. You know, we could have also done the lens abstraction and, you know, try to delete all the code now, but yeah, we didn't. So that's good. We were cautious with our abstraction. Scope, gone. Hey, oh god. I'm happy we got rid of that. That's in game 30. So the other thing, warning, I'm gonna use top left, maybe use. So we'll just keep that top left now. Size is being shadowed. I'm inclined to disqualify. Default font, solid default font. Not used that much. Yeah, but like, do notice that just to get the size of a font, we have to do IO, and just to get the font itself, we also have to debug. Also, let's see. I don't know if I doubt any of this will automatically report you. Or it may actually. Well, maybe we should abstract our library, you know, with font serve. We also need to clean text. Need to look for. So free surface, free WAF, first. I don't think we need a free texture, something. It was if the surface was created, create texture. We need to make this API more well. I think. effectively. You know, we could also just ignore it. So, and actually clean up our shit once our game becomes fun and time on making it crash. But we're nowhere near that yet. No, it's not fun. That's our eventual goal, to make the game fun. That's like what I want. To, you know, not geek out too much about lens shit or reflex or whatever. Well, we already did, but that was in previous stream. We now know how to use it, and it's a cool abstraction. It looks so fun. Oh my god, don't you see the fucking hexagon? Don't you see the fonts in the hexagon? Does your game have fonts? Huh? My game has fonts. Start with the design, no? I have a hexagon. Isn't that design enough for you? There are buttons. You can press the buttons. What else do you want? I'm not a god. I'm just a man. God damn it. It doesn't work like that. I needed to think. There are no lenses. I wanna see you present. Why do not need to be investors? Like, if you want to drive me crazy, then you need to put me in front of investors to try and invest in my game. I'm not that big time. I'm just a small-time game developer. I don't even know if I want to do this much. There will be buttons and lenses. There will be button lenses and polygons. That's the design. Give me millions of dollars. I'll hire a team of experts of polygon and lenses and optics. And it will be amazing. Okay. Window passing no longer necessary. Yeah, I think the way forwards is to just well, like, you know, we did the label. We did one of the tasks. Next task will be grid, and then we'll do detect click. And then, Skybro, I will reveal my epic design. And there may be no design at this point in time, but I know it involves hexagons and click detection, okay? We learn how to make a fire before we even start to think about a meal. You know, we learn how, or we smash the stones together first to get a spark. And then maybe our design, will it be Souls-like? Well, does Souls have hexagons, I ask you? Like, we need to put in our constraints as well. Like, we committed to the hexagons early on in the process. So that rules out a bunch of options. And that will also make choosing the design easier. Because, you know, we already have some legacy to deal with. That's how I make it easy. I just... print off in one direction and then decide that the path backwards would break our legacy. So yes, it's all very principled, I think, this development process. Can label. I think we should make a release at this point. I think we came to the conclusion that here game design. Hey, let's see how that looks. Oh, it doesn't render it. Most important design, no matter the program, lenses and nicks. Well, that's also some legacy we committed into. I don't know what to say about that, but Markdown. Do you even org, boy? How would you do that? I want to make this like really small. Oh no, the reason we have Markdown is because of the badges. I didn't want to figure out how to do this in R. Too annoying. That's my only reason, honestly. But feel free to make a patch to my template project, and I will happily move over to org if you just patch my project, so I don't have to. Haskell template project and patch it. Are you really? Wow, thank you. That'll be great. Just make it be an org. It'll be fantastic, actually. But yeah, this is my stream. We added the label. I didn't think it would take so long to add the label, honestly. But that's game design. It's really hard game design. That's one of the fun things about it. It's so fucking hard to do anything. So yeah, and I love it. I love every bit of it, you know. because it surprises me every time. This weekend, well, hit on OOP. I'm using Arc to block it. Really? Are you writing a blog? That will be my... yes, share the blog, Skybro. Shit on OOP. There is a promo channel in the Discord. I would recommend sharing your blog. But this is the stream. I'm gonna end it here. See y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.